Let's continue with the demonstration for AWS application load balancer. So in the theoretical video, we learned that ALB is actually used for the web application where we are dealing with the paths. Okay, now what do I mean by path? That is slash index.html slash login slash sign up. Okay, the endpoint specifically. So here we are going to do the same. So what I have done as of now, like I have just created a load balancer, that is the Shubham ALB, for which I have created a target group, that is ALB-TG, security group ALB-SG, and the two instance as a prerequisite, that is instance 1 and instance 2. If you want to know how did I created it, you can just follow the previous video step by step and you will be able to achieve this. All right. So yeah, let me just show you whether we are on same page or not. So I'll just open the page. Okay, sorry, let me type http colon slash slash followed by the IP, enter. This is the load balancer which is currently up and running in my instance, and let me go to load balancer, let me copy the DNS, and when I paste it over here it will redirect the traffic to two servers, that is, if you notice, 2554. Okay, let me refresh it again, that is 1732. Okay, this was something that we were able to achieve in the previous video. Now the thing that we are going to do as of this video is we are going to check how actually it behaves when we provide a path. Okay. Now what do you mean by the path is like what will happen if I type slash error. Okay, so it is currently loading. It is currently under infinite loop, and then it is showing that not found. Okay, the URL requested was not found on the server, right? Okay, now what if I want to show a custom message or something else? That can also be done with application load balancer. Okay, so yeah, before even beginning with that thing, there is one thing that I wanted to point you out. Like if you go to the security group of your instances, so you can see the inbound rule is currently allowing all the HTTP traffic to your instance. But what the thing is, what we want to do is we don't want the external person, the external traffic to come into a server, right? So for that, what we are going to do is we are just allowing the traffic from the security group, which is linked with the load balancer. Okay. Right now, the security group which is linked with our instances launch wizard 4. Okay, so what I will be doing here is let me open the security groups over here. It will fall under network security. Let me click on security group on a new tab. And yeah, now here what we need to do is we need to search for security group launch wizard 4. Okay, so yeah, here it is. Let me click on ahead. Okay, now here you can see we have the inbound rules, and the current inbound rule is allowing the traffic from HTTP which is coming from everywhere. Okay, not now what I am going to do is I'm going to add another rule. Okay, and here the thing is we want to allow the traffic specifically from the security groups. Okay, so for that sake, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to scroll down, and here we are going to select the security group which is actually linked with the load balancer. Okay, so here is default SG, and this is the ALB SG that we have created, and the traffic that we are expecting is HTTP. And let me remove the earlier one. Okay, so only the traffic, the HTTP traffic, which will be coming from the security group, which is actually attached to the load balancer, the security group's ALBSG, will be able to access the instance. Okay, now when I click on save rules, okay, new rules are been applied, and you can see the IPv4, basically the security groups will be able to access, and rest if I will try to access the page which I hosted on HTTP will not be able to access it. Okay, let us do the demonstration for the same. Okay, let me just open it. Okay, scroll up, public IP copy. Okay, http colon slash slash followed by the IP. Now it is running into an infinite loop, right? As you can see over here. Okay, that's because we changed the settings of the configuration in the security groups, which actually enhance the network security. Okay, let us move forward with the next topic, that is area path, the endpoint through which we will be able to generate custom message and we would be able to redirect the traffic. For that, let us go back to the load balancer, and here you need to scroll down and you need to go to the listeners and rule, where actually we are going to define the rules. Okay, here you have a default rule which is actually uh, forwarding the traffic to the target group which we already have created over here. Now the next thing is we want to actually add another rule, and this will be the ALB path demo rule. You can write your name. Let me click on next, and here we need to add the condition. Now what sort of conditions that we can apply? We can apply host header. Okay, that anything which is coming from this specific thing, or you can even apply the path. In this specific one we are going to apply the path. Even you can apply HTTP request method. Okay, and the last thing, even you can give define the source IP of the address in the CIDR format. Okay, right now we are going to demonstrate with the path. Okay, however there are few more options, that is HTTP header, where you can define the header as well, and the query string which you can pass for demonstration of the application load balancer. Okay, but right now we are going to proceed forward with the path, and here the path would be like error. Okay, and confirm. So this is a path that we provided, and now it's time to give it a response. So do you want to forward it to another target group? We already have one. Or do you want to redirect it to some another URL? You can just pass the URL parts, or you can just forward the complete full URL over here with the status code or whatever you want, that is found or permanently moved. Now here we want to pass a comment, and the error code here should be 404, and the content type should be text plain. Okay, so we'll write nothing found, and we are going to pass one more message. Please try with slash login. Okay, so this is the endpoint that we want the user to try whenever he is trying to type slash error. Okay, and let us click on next, and here we are going to define the priority. Okay, so basically let's consider there are multiple listener rules that you have created. So here it is asking what should be the priority of this thing. Okay, so let us keep this for as of now 6. Okay, or you can even keep it 3. Let me keep it 3, and I'll click on next, and we are good to go with the listener rule. And here you can see we have two listener rule, that is default and ALB part demo. Now what I want to do is, this is my load balancer which is currently working fine. Okay, now what will happen if I pass slash error? Okay, it is loading, and now it has thrown one message which we passed it earlier. It is saying nothing found, please try with slash login. Okay, now what will something the user will do, it will just try to search slash login with the endpoint. All right, so for that specific we can also write another rule. So it will be for login rule, so ALB hyphen login. Okay, next, again condition, we are going to define a path slash login. Okay, then next. Okay, path is created. Now what we want to do is we can even redirect it to a specific URL or a fixed response. Here we will say 200. Okay, success entry logged. Okay, next, priority would be 2 for this time. Next, create. Okay, this is also done. Now let us go back to this one and let me do a refresh. Okay, and now what I am going to do is I am going to write the endpoint as slash login. Okay, and let me just wait for some time, and yes, we got the message success entry logged. So yeah, basically that was the demonstration of application load balancer with path specific entries. Okay, I hope you got this video. Now let us destroy the instances and let us go back to square one. So terminate. Okay, it is being terminated. Now let us delete the security group which we have created. So here we have created ALBSG security group. Okay, action, delete security group. Okay, so as it is currently associated with the load balancer, we need to first terminate the load balancers. Okay, action, delete load balancer, confirm. Okay, load balancer is deleted. Now let me delete target group, that is ALBTG. Delete. Yes, completed. And let us go back to security group again, and this time we should be able to delete the security group because it is now not linked with the load balancer, as the load balancer is also deleted. Now what is this showing? That some security groups can't be deleted. The following security groups can't be deleted because they are either default security groups referenced by other security groups, or they are associated with the network interfaces. All right, so it is asking us to delete the two options, that is network interfaces, which is currently linked with it. Okay, so as of now you can see nothing is linked to that. So why? Because we deleted the load balancer first, and then we deleted the instances. So let us wait for some time. Once everything is deleted and everything is clear, then we would be able to delete the security group as well. So let us just wait and check whether this thing can be done or not. Okay, most probably we should be able to do it. So I believe everything is now on its place, and we should be good with deletion for security groups. So here I'll go. I again click here, click on security groups. Okay, it is again saying that it is associated with one of the security group. Okay, let me check. Okay, so let us go to this specific security group, and let me just edit inbound rule, and let me just deassociate this security group, and we should be good to go. Okay, delete. So this is the same security group which we created for launch wizard force, which was actually attached to our EC2 instance. Okay, so that was the reason we were not able to delete the security group, and now you can see ALBSG should be good to go from here. All right. So yeah, that is how we solved the one of the live issue that we faced in the specific one. All right. So yeah, that was all about application load balancer. Here we learned about how we can pass custom messages through the path, and how we can define and restrict our network security, and how we can delete the security group whenever we are getting stuck. Okay, right? So yeah, that was all, and see you in the next one.